From a distance, it looks like any other rural school in Kenya. But Kimonjo Primary School is different. It is one of the schools in Laikipia North that has innovative learning interventions which particularly address educational challenges brought about by underdevelopment, the semi-arid climate of the area, and strong nomadic culture of its people. The interventions are facilitated by the Africa Educational Trust, AET, working together with the community and the government. The Mother Tongue Class program is one such intervention.
When the project started, there was this issue about the introduction of mother tongue in school, and some of the teachers were saying that no, why do we introduce mother tongue, and it's not unexaminable, you see. So most of us did not actually understand the benefit. Those of us who went for a training, we are told how this mother tongue helps, and when now we came back to implement in the classes, we really found that it was true. People may come from home, not even going through the other levels of education like the nursery, all that. They can be able now to move from home to school directly, and if they get that English as the language of instruction, then I don't think they can have a sense of them being in school. The teaching of other languages like the Swahili and English, the skills that they acquire in the mother tongue or the language that they already know, they can easily transfer the same skills. For example, the sounding letters and all that. Yeah. Normally we have enough books for them, as you saw in the classroom. 1:1, the ratio is 1:1, and we have other readers. So most of the time you get the pupils, even the upper grade pupils from other classes, not even the lower classes. They come to me and they ask for more books. When they saw books written in their language, the language they understand, that's now when they get that interest of reading a lot of books. And again, in a way, they have created some reading culture from what the Ma books, and now we are moving now slowly because we also have a library, so it has helped them to create or to have that reading culture.
And let me tell you, since we started now that Ma, we can see, because now the class we started with, they are now in class 5. At class 5, they can be able to read fluently without even hesitating. If you compare them with those who are in now grade 8, you'll be surprised to see a kid in grade 8 who doesn't know how to read. And when you compare them with those who have gone through the Ma program, there is that big difference, even in performing to other subjects. Because a kid cannot be able to answer questions properly if they cannot be able to understand the question. So it is very important that I have come to discover that it is very important. Before even any kid learn any other language, it is first of all good to let them know into details about their mother language.
AET has supported by ensuring that there are teachers who are teaching mother tongue in grade 1, 2, and 3, has supported in providing education materials or running materials for the same. And this has strongly enhanced the mother tongue learning in the schools AET is supporting in Laikipia North. If it were not for AET, the government did not have teachers qualified to teach mother tongue. So mother tongue would never have been taught. The learning materials would never have been produced. But now we are proudly saying mother tongue is strongly being taught in Laikipia North. It can be upscaled to all the schools if we have enough teachers to handle it. But in the schools they are being taught, the materials are adequate. The teachers are doing a good job out of it.
Africa Educational Trust, when it started the Mother Tongue Educational Program back in 2014, it had that one goal of sort of improving the learning outcomes of school-going children in the entire sub-county. And we did that up to 2016. But since we have been working closely with the school management, together with the school leadership, that's the head teachers, and teachers who are teaching these learners, we didn't want to lose those foundations, or the foundation that we have formed after implementing the 3-year program. What we realized from the accounts and other interviews we did with the teachers in the upper primary, we realized there was a reading problem, a huge one in the upper primary. And as well, we didn't finish the entire problem in the lower primary, the decoding problem. So there are still those who need our support. So what we did was to support a program that will give these children who are lagging behind their grade level in terms of reading, an opportunity for them to have a support where teachers get trained on a certain model and they give them support to be able to read the basic reading and then transfer the skills to fluency and comprehension, which is the ultimate goal of reading. And what we did was we come up with a model, and that's the catch-up model now.
It is after school hours in Ngabolo Primary School, and Mr. Karaoke is taking students enrolled in his catch-up class through the paces of reading and spelling.
We are taught how to go about the syllabus and also how to prepare materials, because even we made materials and we came back with them here. So that is where I started teaching the catch-up pupils. At times I spend much time on research on how to come up with motivating materials that will make these learners gain that independence. So with the time, we saw that the massive of the pupils that we had did their best, because in terms of reading and also in terms of classwork, they progressed very well. Actually, they gave us promising results, because by the end of the term, we monitored their progress in class, and we saw it that those that were in catch-up class, they did better than the ones that were not in catch-up class. So that was the first motivation that we gave. And that from that start, we saw it better to recruit another road, so that we continue with the same spirit. We continue with also the same program, so that we see that we have done something in this school.
It is 11 a.m. and as the older students take a playtime break, these little ones, about 130 of them, are queuing for a treat which is sometimes their only meal for the day. Some call it AET porridge.
The enrollment have increased and we're now able to retain them in school. Even the cases of truancy, running away from school, we don't have any such cases because they want to remain in school waiting to get that porridge. Some of them, I'm very sorry to tell you, they come from very poor background. There was around January a very sad scenario at a parade here. 2 girls fainted, and then after one week another boy fainted, and when we interrogated them they said it's because of hunger. Then you can imagine how serious it is, and that porridge to them means a lot. And also it is very nutritious. Most of them, they don't get even balanced diet, but through that porridge, that cup of uji is very important to them.
Shasta Musul Primary School shares a similar experience with the porridge program.
Shule yenye hawana hii program ya uji na sisi ambao tuko nao kuna utofauti kubwa, kwa sababu mtoto wa ECD akikunywa chai asubuhi ama asipokunywa wakati mwingine haezi kukaa hizo masaa yote mpaka saa 6 ikiwa hivyo. Hakuna kitu atashika, lakini siku hizi yenyewe tunaona wameimprove.
Labda watoto wako njaa, wako na njaa nyumbani, lakini wakikuja hapa shule wanakuja kunya hiyo uji na wanatamani kukuja shule. Wakifikia tu hiyo age 4 years wanatamani kukuja shule kwa sababu ya hiyo uji.
The AET porridge initiative have been received so positively by the community in that as AET provide porridge to the kids, the parents have accepted to provide sugar and milk, and more so there was a time AET gave us an income generating activity which the community sat down and decided to buy goats. Some of those goats are still around, and when they kid down, we usually get, the parents are the ones who are taking care of the goats amidst theirs. They bring the milk for the children porridge and they provide sugar. So I wish the government can take that initiative of AET and provide the schools with porridge, especially the lower classes and ECD.
Together with the porridge flour, schools running AET programs also regularly have water delivered for school use. This makes a world of a difference in the learning experience of the students.
Hapo awali maji haikuwa inapatikana. Tulikuwa tunakuja nyumbani na tunashota maji kibuyu lita 5 na tunapoteza wakati kuja nyumbani. Saa zingine unakuja kuna ndovu, unakuja kwanza shule alafu unaenda tena. So wakati wakati wa kiangazi hatuna maji, tunategemea maji ya damu, lakini tuliletewa maji na AET. So sasa tunakunywa maji safi hapa, lakini hapo awali tunakunywa maji ya mapo na chafu, kwa inatuletea magonjwa ya kipindupindu.
Back in Kimanjo Primary School grounds, something interesting is going on in the library. The Accelerated Secondary Education for Girls, or ASEG, has been going on for about 2 years now.
There's a provision in the Kenyan law that gives a chance girls or young women who have either dropped from high school or those who have finished primary education but they never gotten a chance to join the secondary education. ASEG is a program under the update provision of the Kenyan policy, and the update stands for Alternative Provision for Basic Education.
If a girl happens to fall pregnant, to the community, that girl is of marriageable age, is free to get married. So to the community, that girl is just ready for marriage. They don't think about the education of that girl again. But do all those girls who fall pregnant get married? The answer is no. So what happens to them? They are left to fend for their own, or to fend for themselves and their children.
AET, we had agreed that we are going to provide teachers who are trained, professional trained teachers, and provide their curriculum. But in this case, the curriculum is collapsed because they are only going to learn for 2.5 years, not for the 4 years like in the formal system. So what happened? We had we have used quite an experienced personnel to collapse the current curriculum that is being used in the secondary formal system, where we have now collapsed the entire content to fit into the 2.5 years, but still but ensure that we don't get out of the confines of the areas to be examined. And what the parents were supposed to do was sort of providing a center where now these girls can get into and do their classes. And that is how this community library was given by the Kimanjo community.
Nilienda shule 2014, nikajoin form 1, nika drop out because of pregnancy. Sasa vile nilitoka, nikaenda home. Vile nimeenda nyumbani, nikafikiria sasa kurudi tena shule vile nilijifungua. Sasa vile nilisikia about this school na vile mbeleni sikuwa wazazi wangu hawakuwa na enough, yani hiyo school fees enough sasa kunilipia. Sasa vile nilisikia hii shule na nikasikia hawalipi anything, sasa nikaamua nikasema acha niendelee na masomo.
Kaibongaki mentito na yolo joko la iguran. Kayola joko la soma. maya kukuruna mata kajo kaja ibunga kibe kaja nila ayu kajo ajo kesoma na kunya to kubai bunga fa korna inarna na jineja kanyorupi amo ke utwa na retoto mata mogura rangari ne medu suguru wana idim kanganja isoma wone medim natijinga poki na ako kashona na shule leng
Nilifanya KCP vile sasa nilimaliza si results sasa ikatoka, nilikuwa na 277. Vile sasa nilikuwa napelekwa shule na brother wangu, nikapatikana nilikuwa na mimba. Nikarudi nyumbani nikakaa, nikapata mtoto wangu. Sasa brother wangu alikuwa ameenda kutafuta kazi na mimi nikakaa na baba yangu nyumbani. Vile sasa nilikuwa nakaa nyumbani, mimi tu nilikuwa nashunga hapo nyumbani na kukaa na mtoto wangu.
Out of the introduction of the mother tongue learning, another need came up. Parents too wanted in on education, necessitating the introduction of yet another education initiative, the Manyata Learning Program. Twice every week, 35 groups such as this one gather for numeracy and literacy classes.
Manyata Learning Center is a specific class that's set within the community to support the adult education. And in Manyata Learning Center, we have specific people who attend the Manyata Learning Center. And these people are the parents and their children. And the children who attend the Manyata Learning Center are the lower grade children who attended after they complete their normal lesson and then they attend the classes with the parents.
Nilichukuliwa na African Education Trust training. Nilienda kutrainiwa fenye nitafundisha wazazi pamoja na watoto na COPS. Nilitrainiwa na African Education Trust. COPS ni machocho ambayo wanachika watoto ndio mama zao waweze kusoma wasiosumbulie kwa darasa. Leo nimefundisha emirate sunyai sand harvesting. Hiyo ni kitu inafanyika kwa community yetu. Sasa kitu mimi nikiwa mwalimu nakuja nawauliza wasasi, leo tunataka kusoma nini? Nio ndo watanipatia topics.
Watoto hata tofauti hiyo leo mbele. Ambara vitu tukumbaro mito hiyo na bari sai. Ate hiyo ndo ko bare bara wani message kaya jonga la tara wa message. Na bari belo tun kera yi ba jogi ba ne bara jogal wasi ditasa. Na itordol na yelo ne moji ni ronga na joka nyofi ronga ni na kate yelo data tuana hapa.
Isaidia hiyo tonto kitu kumo.
He assisted them in many ways. One is to enable them to see their children assignment when they come back from school. And also they can able to go to different towns and they can able to read signboards. And also they can able also to manage the little business usually has within the village. And also he is able to read a text message from his phone. And also you know how to reply the text. And also you know he can able to know to read his full names that are within the IDs or wherever. Okay, and they are now going on with that adult education. And also they are very happy because some of the Manyata learning books are written in Ma or mother tongue. And they come together with your children and now they are now starting learning with that mother tongue.
The Maasai have a strong culture of oral storytelling. Traditional stories and songs are passed down generation to generation by the elders. This also comes to play during the Manyata learning classes.
Enginyala yeknato joria nemeru ya inaldo likai waruku donyo metilo torosia yo kajilo kalo det narok na bilian katam pokile siyo sio kwa ndo kuna shoma yeu areti kuna kera tangara kenjaman na shamu kera na jamana tukuna shamu masomo.
Anasema fenye mimi nimekuja kukaa na hao watoto ni upendo, nataka hiyo relation kukaa na watoto, na tena ndio tu nilipenda masomo hata kama sijasoma, ndio masomo iendelee.
And this is a flash disk and a radio. And the reason why we are supplying this to the Mwanyata Learning Centers is to provide sort of a huge collection of materials, but in oral form. What we do is we reach to the community resource persons, especially those ones who are not within this center. So we get to them, we collect the oral materials in form of videos, in form of poems, in form of folk stories, folk songs, and other stories. So we collect, we come and store them here. But now we have to train the community resource persons now who are here, who have volunteered to come and sort of provide some support for these children who are young, or those who are school-going children, especially those who are providing, or rather who are sort of disturbing their mothers as the sessions are going on. So what happens, they will tell the stories to the young ones, but at some point, especially when they're out of, remember, this session runs for about 2 hours. So they can do the narration until probably what they know is sort of over. So now they access these gadgets. Then they put the radio on, and the materials in the flash disk automatically plays.
Abagini mejola iroro neni na ngiroro to naga guys idea na radio tinya oitei ngati ni apa amukora bagita adalto kana yutu bana kumbaro geishida kore ta adama somo ngara bagutiti kaya ngara ne bwa ikundusu Kiswahili na kumini ngara nguzi genje kore ta geishida ye bagini nyana amukora bagita ngara kutiti be ngajini ne taruara nyera neni na nguto na iroreta na ga isaidia na radio tinya kuto na
AET is continuously meeting its objective of providing education in places where it is needed most, and it does so by including the community and within the parameters of the government education policy. To this end, it has partnered with the Ministry of Education where curriculum development, sensitization of the community, quality assurance, and program policy is concerned.
We have the Department of Quality Assurance and Standards in the office. We have an officer here who carries the duties of quality assurance, goes to schools, ensuring that quality education is being offered by the teachers. When we have the catch-up programs, the quality assurance team, including the curriculum support officers, including the officer from the office here, they are invited to those catch-up programs. When they go there, they know the content, they know the syllabus, they have everything intact for education. So they go with that to see, and they have trained these people how to go about the delivery of content or syllabus to the learners. So they go to check whether what they have told them is what they are giving to the students.
That an entire community which had apathy towards formal education is now embracing it is an undeniable giant step forward. All of this is thanks to the support and facilitation of the Africa Educational Trust. Hopefully, more organizations and even governments will learn from AET's best practices and make education accessible to all in spite of locations, unique socio-economic and culturally derived challenges.